Hi, and welcome to The Reviewer, the podcast where we review movies and TV shows of mostly the horror genre. I'm your host, Matt Townsend, and today we will be reviewing Friday the 13th, 2009 and Friday the 13th, 1980. The budget for Friday the 13th, 2009 was $19 million, and it made $91.3 million at the box office. The budget for Friday the 13th, 1980 was $700,000, and it made $59.8 million at the box office. Friday the 13th, 2009 is about a guy named Clay, and against the advice of the locals and police, he searches the woods surrounding Camp Crystal Lake for his sister. His sister went missing when her and a group of her friends go on a camping trip. Friday the 13th, 1980 is about a group of counselors trying to reopen a summer camp where a kid drowned years before, and they soon realize they're not alone when an unknown person starts stalking them and killing them one by one. Now, let's move on to the likes for the films. Likes for Friday the 13th, 2009. I love the fact they incorporated both the bag mask and the hockey mask. I just thought it was a good idea and pretty cool. I loved how they gave a backstory at the beginning instead of showing it a little bit at a time throughout the movie. It's just simpler to do that and easier to get people hooked on a movie. I like the fact they gave a tour of the camp. Now, granted, it was brief. I just thought it was a cool idea. The pacing for this movie was actually pretty good. And they did a great job with the video, the lighting, stuff like that. Likes for Friday the 13th, 1980. I like how they did the first person with the killer when the movie starts. The acting is better than I expected. The acting in this was actually really good. I love how within the first 5 minutes, 2 people die. That's a great way to get people hooked on a movie. A great way. They did a great job with the audio and video quality. The comedy for this movie, to me, was actually really good. There was a lot of hilarious scenes and jokes. Now that you know our likes, let's move on to our dislikes for the films. Dislikes for Friday the 13th, 2009. I don't know why, but almost all of the jokes in this movie just didn't hit right. And it's not the fact I didn't understand them or get them. With the jokes in this, you'll mostly find yourself chuckling to yourself, but very little, if any, will make you laugh out loud. That's just my opinion on it. I hated the fact that Jason used archery. I thought it was a terrible idea. I hated that Jason had underground tunnels. Yeah, Jason had underground tunnels, and it just didn't seem right to me. And Jason runs in this too. That's another fact that annoys me. It really annoys me. He also keeps prisoners, which pisses me off. I liked him better when he just hacked and slashed his victims. My dislikes for Friday the 13th. Now with this one, the 1980 one, I only have one dislike for it, but the death scenes were a little cheesy, but I mean, being a 1980 film is kind of understandable. And only having a $700,000 budget. Moving on to our ratings for the films. My rating for the Friday the 13th, 2009 film is 3 out of 5. And my rating for Friday the 13th, 1980 is a 4.5 out of a 5. My final overview for Friday the 13th, 2009. Compared to the 1980 film, this is terrible, but I don't think as technically a standalone movie, it's not bad. But there's a lot wrong with this movie. But it does have some good parts to it too. I just really have mixed feelings about this. I do recommend this, and that's the most I can say. Go check it out for yourself. And my final overview for Friday the 13th, 1980 is it was actually a pretty decent film. I'm amazed how good they did with such a low budget and for an 80s film. They did an amazing job with it. They did have minor issues, but it was actually a really decent film. I liked it. You guys should go check it out. I'll probably end up watching it again sometime here. We have now reached the end of the show. At the end of each show, I want to do a question of the week. And today's is, you go on a killing spree. Which weapon do you use? Shotgun, nunchucks, your bare hands, war axe, potato masher. Answer the question on my website under the podcast tab. bit.ly/darkfilms. And if you have any questions for me, business or not, email me at darkfilms23@gmail.com. We thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed. And please tune in next week when we review Bloody Birthday and Camp Blood. Have a nice day.